Hello, 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 everybody. Hi. It's Friday night. Oh, yeah. So, we're going to be painting Goodnight Winter Friends. That's what we're painting tonight. Yes. So, say hello, hello, hello if you're painting with me. Let me know if anyone's painting with you, with me. My name is Eve. This is Eve's Creations Paint Party, and welcome. Yay. It's Friday. We get to party. So, anyway, let's give kudos to you-know-who-who. Right, there he is, the man of the hour. What are you doing, Butterface? What's going on? You being a good boy? Yes, you are. That's right. All right, you never know when he might be chiming in, so we got to give him props. Let me show you my handy-dandy table. All right, what are we working with tonight? I have white, red, blue, and black. No yellow this evening. Unless you're making your cup yellow, you can use yellow, right? So we have, hello, 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 Kelly, hello. We have Big Boy in the house. He is a 1-inch flat. We have a fluffy brush in the house. He is just a stiff, bristled, fluffy brush, see? And we have Mini-Me. He is just like Big Boy, except he's small and tiny in the house for details. Small, round, tiny brush. When you do your brushes, you want to swirl them in the cup, tap them on the side, dab them on the paper towel. You want your bristles to be wet but not dripping. Alrighty, let's get some hello, hello, hellos in there. And I got to put you in your handy-dandy holder. Hello, 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 Kelly. How you doing, love? Gloria's in the house. Hello, Gloria. How are you, sweetheart? Sheila's here. Hi, Sheila. How you doing, love? Tina B. Tina B in the house. That's right, my girl. So, let's see. Did I get everybody? I got everybody so far. Just the four of you. Kelly, Gloria, Sheila, and Tina B. All right, let me put you in your handy-dandy holder. And we'll get this thing started. Oh, yeah. So, welcome, everybody. Welcome to the fam. And let me adjust this thing so you can see the whole picture here. I cannot show you both at once what we're working on and the tutorial. So, if you need a reference, take your screenshot now. This way you have a reference photo to work with. Okay, so we're going to turn around, and I'm working on a hello, 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 Renee. Renee, we got a newbie in the house. Everybody give a warm Eve's Creations family welcome to Renee. Oh, yeah. That's what I like. All right, we're working on a 16 by 20 canvas. 16 this way, 20 straight up and down. As long as if you're working on something different, as long as you're in the general area of your canvas that I'm in, you will be fine. All righty, guys. So we're going to get this thing started on our lovely Friday, right? Think about what you want to do. Do you want to add purple to your snow? You can do purple. If you want to make your cup a different color, you can make your cup a different color. I definitely advocate going rogue. Right? Make it yours, guys. I'm just showing you how to do it. You're the ones painting your world. You can paint it any way you want to. Hi, Ines. Hi, Bonnie. How you doing, everybody? So think about those things as you're creating, okay? And I was going to say something else, and I totally forgot what it was. Oh, kid-friendly. All of my videos are kid-friendly. So I'm going to try to watch this thing. You guys try to watch your comments, and we'll be good to go. So anyway, I know I'm playing with these bangs of mine. It's a never-ending battle. Bonnie's still working on her basket. I love it, Bonnie. I told you it's a commitment. It's a commitment to do a basket. I mean, it might get you committed, actually. So, you know, you gotta take it in pieces. Take it in pieces. That's what you gotta do. Renee, yes, always, always, always available for replay. Yes, they are. Hi, Sue. How you doing, sweetheart? Sue's in the house. Thank you so much, Bonnie. Thank you so much for the stars. So, the stars are enabled. If you like what I do and you want me to keep doing it, tips are always appreciated. And also the fact that Sheila's here. I wrote Sheila down. Okay. All right. We're going to get started. I'm like all over the place. That's all right. All right. So, hope you all have your reference shot. It is the almighty blank canvas. Yes, it is so scary. So scary. But we're going to hit it with our almighty brushes. And we're going to be good to go. Yes, my replays are always available on my page and on YouTube. I always share the links. So you will be all set with that. We're starting off with my diet soda night, because I totally did not have time to open my milk and pour it in my coffee. All right, so let's do this. Okay, we're going to start off with white and blue. A lot of white and blue in this picture tonight, right? And if you want to make yours maybe on the purple side, you can totally add a little touch of red to it and put a little purple tint if you want to do a little purpley action. Why not, right? Why not? Who says snow has to be blue and white? Who says that? I don't know. Not me. I don't. I think the snow can be whatever colors you want it to be. All right. So you want this like in the middle of lightness. You don't want it too dark because we have the darker Christmas trees against it. And you don't want it too light because we have the white Christmas trees against it. So when you're putting this blue on, you know, you just want to make sure that it's somewhere in the middle, not too dark, not too light, right? You're just smoothing it out. Make sure you're putting your coat on nice and thin. Nice and thin, Kelly. Nice and thin so it has time to dry. And then we could add all our little details. Details, Tina B. Details on top of it. So I'm just pulling my brush across. I'm going to get rid of that chunky thing. I don't know where that came from. I'm just pulling. There's another one. Boy, I'm plagued by the little chunkies. That's all right. So nice and thin right across. And we're going to do this blue all the way down. Whole canvas, everybody. The whole entire canvas. Fill it in. Fill it in. Yes, just fill it in. You guys got this. You can totally do this. No worries. No worries. Just fill it in. Nice thin layer of blue all the way down. Hello, 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 Joyce. How you doing, sweetheart? Joyce is in the house, everybody. Say hello to Joyce. Welcome to the fam. We got Joyce in the house. Everyone doing a celebrating. Nice, Carolyn. Sweet. It's celebration time for Carolyn. Oh, yeah. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate good times. Oh, yeah. Celebrate. Now you guys know why I paint and I don't sing. But anyway, good for you, Carolyn. Good for you. So glad to hear that. So glad to hear that. Right? We love our fam to be healthy and happy. 6,000%. 6,000% healthy and happy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Healthy and happy. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so I am just picking up mega pieces of paint on my brush here. Right? Mega amounts of paint. Right? But I'm making sure that I spread it nice and thin. Okay? So you want full coverage, but you don't want any thick globs. So you could pick up a lot of paint. It's okay. That's what paint's for. That's what paint's for. You're worth it. Use your paint, guys. Use your paint. Yes, Joyce. Joyce is a new one in the fam. Yes, that's what we're talking about. Nice, Renee. Good for you. We're celebrating. Celebrate, celebrate, Celebrate good times, celebrate. I don't even know if that's a real song or not. Bonnie too. Look at you rock star women. Look at you rock star women, so strong and survivors. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Bonnie and Renee and Carolyn. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. All right, so we're filling this all in. That's what we're doing. Whole thing blue. The whole entire thing. Yes. Oh, I got a little red in there. Oh well. Guess I'm going to have a little hint of purple down here. And I'm just going to smooth it out. All the way up. There we go. Yes. Excellent. Alright. So, next thing you want to do is you want to find halfway. Okay? I am so proud of all you women, and you're so strong, and you're survivors, and that's what I like to see, because our fam is all about being strong and being there for each other. So you guys are amazing. Mwah. Definitely amazing. Okay, so I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to grab some white paint with my dirty brush, and we're going to find halfway, and we're going to go in the middle of that. So one hand down, right, 3/4 up, however you want to look at that, however you want to deal with that situation, and we're going to swoop. Swoop. We're going to do a swoop. So, you might not want it that steep, so we want a hill over here for the trees, and then we want a slope where our friends are going to be, and you want to make sure you leave enough room. You want to make sure you leave enough room to put your heart in the sky. Alright guys, so when you do this, in fact, I don't think I left enough room for the heart in my sky, so you know what? Just like that, we could try it again. Let's try that again. Alright, so I'm going to grab some white paint, reverse, try again, leave enough room to put your heart in the sky. You want trees are here, friends are in the middle, okay? So do your little swoop for your friends in the middle, and do a little bump on either side. Just white paint. Just white paint, that's all you want to do. In fact, I gotta grab more white because you guys can't see this. So, swoop. There it is. There it is. There's my swoop. There's my swoop. That's what, Bonnie, thank goodness for this family, right? I love my painting family. Once you have that swoop, you're just going to soften it out. Just soften it out. That's all. So once you have that swoop, just soften it out. Okay? Like I said, leave enough room to put your heart. Leave enough room for your friends. Just adding white paint to that blue. Doing a swoop. Softening it out. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Kelly's a watcher in the house tonight. She's watching. Oh yeah, being watchful. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we're going to grab a fluffy. Swirl, tap, dab, a fluffy brush for yourself. Alright, give it a good mash. Those of you who got the brush sets, got yourselves some fluffies. I hope you're enjoying them. I hope you're enjoying them. And we're going to grab just blue. Just blue. And we're going to come over here. And we're going to put a little arching line like that. And then we're going to turn around and we're just going to flick. You're just going to flick on either side. That's all you're going to do. That's all you're going to do. Just flickies. Flicky, flicky, flicky. We get very technical here. We're very technical. We do flickies. That's what we do. We're just flicking. Flicking, flicking, flicking. That's it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And remember, the more you play with it, the bigger it gets. So do your flicks and leave it alone. Leave it alone. Stop playing with it. Stop messing with it. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Do an arching line. Do an arching line. And I'm going to fast forward this song because it's talking while I'm talking. And I can't deal. I can't deal with it. That's much better. Alright. Do your line, do your flicks. Do your line and do your flicky flicks. That's what you want to do. Flicking, flicking, flicking. That's it. Just going from the line and flicking outward. That's all you're doing. Same thing on both sides. So, I went and bought this stand that has a light on it, right? Because I thought it would work, because I noticed there's like a glare on this side ever since I moved the canvas. I mean, you could do this tree because I did it over here. So I went and got a stand that has a light on it to be able to shine the light. Hopefully it doesn't cause the whole thing to glare. And I went to put it together, and it's not going together. I don't know what I'm doing, but it's not going together. The fastener's wrong, or something's going on. I don't know. But anyway, I got to return it. So I was working on that. I do see this over here. But I did the tree over here. So you guys can do that. Wait, let's see. See now, because that creates a shadow and you can't see it anyway. So I'm working on it. We're going to get this. I've only been doing this for 1.5 years, right? You'd think I'd have this stuff down already. But I moved the easel. So Butters has more running room. And so now I got to adjust the lighting accordingly. But I'm sure it's okay. All right, I worried too much. All right, white paint. I wiped off all the dirty. I didn't clean it. I just wiped it off so the blue wasn't globs on there tonight. And I'm grabbing white paint. And I'm going to come in here, do a arching line, okay, and grab a little bit more paint, and we're just flicking. We're just flicking. That's all we're doing. Flicky flicks. Grabbing some more white paint. More flicks. More flicks. That's it. Right? And don't worry about your tops, and don't worry about any of that. We can go in with a smaller brush and give it a nice point. Right now we're just getting the shape on here. Look at you guys, Christmas tree experts. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And you want the blue mixing in. If you notice, I'm not getting straight white. You don't want it to be completely white. You want that blue and white differences in there. You see that? You want that. That's the cool part. That's the cool part. Hi, Renee. How you doing, sweetie? That's what you want. All right. So, another one on this side. And more white paint. A lot of white paint tonight. Guys, you guys are going to be using a whole lot of white paint. So what's happening is as I flick it into the one I just painted, it's picking up the blue. And that's what we want. So I'm just grabbing more paint and I'm going to that center stem that I put in, and I'm just flicking outwards. And, you know, we're going back over it once or twice here. Not a lot. Because you don't want to mush it all together. You want that separation. You want that separation of paint. So stick and move, guys. Put it on and leave it alone. Leave it alone. Stop messing with it. Alright, see? See? But if you keep painting over it, you're going to lose all that coolness. Right? We let the brushes do the work for us. We don't deal with the work. Alright? Okay. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Look at you guys. We're 5 minutes into painting, and you got hills, snow, Christmas trees, I'm telling you, pine trees, whatever you want to call them, some sort of trees, just like that. Bam! Because you know what time it is. It was tree time. Yes. We have those times coming up here. We have those tree times coming up. So, I'm going to do a little roll call, and we're going to give this a minute to dry. Right? Just a minute. So, Kelly's in the house. Gloria and Sheila, Tina B. I got Renee. What? You go, girl. Ines, Bonnie. Hello. Sue, Joyce, and Carolyn. And we've got our survivors, Carolyn, Bonnie, and Renee. So glad to hear your excellent, excellent news. Excellent news. And Lori's joining us. Hello, Lori. Welcome to the fam, sweetie. Welcome to the fam. We're a bit nutty here, but we like it. We like it. We like it a lot. Little nutty. We're a little nutty. That's what happens. All right. So you guys want to think about what color you want your coffee cup to be. You want to think about what color you want your coffee cup to be. And you want clean white paint because we're going to map it in. When I say mapping it in, so those of you that are new to the fam, we paint every object white first. So this way, our colors pop when we add the colors to it. Also, if you screw up your shape, you can easily blend it out. And the last point is that you can fix your shape without any stress involved. So I'm swirl, tap, dabbing, big boy. The more I swirl it, the cleaner he gets. We're tapping and dabbing and tapping and dabbing and swirling and getting all that blue paint out of them. All right, I'm going to grab my clean white paint. I'm going to find my center. Find my center of the canvas. Right here. Okay, the cup goes right off the canvas. So I'm going to paint my center line. There it is. Just pulling my brush straight down. And once I have that center line, we're going to do a swoop. Swoop. Just like that. Right? You just want to make sure it's even on both sides. So this side to that side. Nice and even. Nice and even on both sides. And then just pull. Swoop. Faster you pull, straighter it's going to be. Faster you pull, swoop, straighter it's going to be. And just pull it through. That's all. Just pulling it through. That's all we're doing. Now, the more you play with it, the bigger it's going to get. So get your shape on there, however you want it to be. Smooth it a little bit, right? Maybe turn your brush the other way and give a pull down the side. Turn your brush this way, pull it down the side, right? And leave it alone. All right, I'm going to wipe off my brush. I'm going to grab that white paint. I'm going to come to the top of my cup. Oh, that's a lot of white paint. See? That's why you always... There's a lesson in this. So you always look at your brush before you paint with it. Because this would have made a mess for me. So, whenever you're painting, make sure you give a little glance to what's going on the brush. Because what's going on here is going to happen there. Alright, so let me wipe some of this off. Let me wipe some of this off. That's better. Okay, and I'm going to come over here. And you guys remember the spin circle? If you can't do it, just move your brush. But if you want to learn the spin circle, show me the money. Put your brush in there, spin away. See that? And you can start doing your spins just by curling your thumb like that. Okay, if you can't do that yet, that's fine. You can just move your whole hand if you need to. It's not a big deal, but the spins are something you should learn something you should learn because they come in handy. So we're putting one bump there. Grabbing more white paint. We're going to put a bump right there. Fill it in. Okay, and we're not stressing this right now. We're not coloring it. We're not doing anything. We're just putting the shapes in. We're going to put a smaller bump. Okay, put that in right there. Alright, because this is the whipped cream on top of the hot chocolate, or the melted marshmallow, or the foam on your cappuccino. Whatever you guys want it to be. That was your mistake throwing the basket and why you had to start over. Yes, Bonnie. And the only reason I know to tell you these things, another little swoop right there, is because I screw up. And there's nothing wrong with screwing up. As long as you learn from it, you're good to go. Okay? And as you work your way up, you just want to make these little bumps smaller and smaller. You just want to make them smaller and smaller. Right? Making some marshmallows. Tina B doesn't like marshmallows, though, so you can't do this part, Tina. Then what you want to do is you're just going to give it a little tip. That way. And that way, using the corner of that brush. You just want to give it a little tip. Okay, and then if you need to go back in and fix some of your shape, you can go back in and fix some of your shape. Okay, just curling this around, that's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. There you go. So, I'll give everybody a chance to catch up mustard as you're playing with your whipped cream, your foam, your whatever you want to call it. Whatever treat you want it to be, it's your treat. You guys can have it be whatever you want. You can make this an ice cream sundae if you want to. You don't even have to do the coffee cup. You just put a wide here and a narrow bottom. Make an ice cream dish. And have a little spoon in it. You guys can make this an ice cream sundae if you wanted to. You don't even have to do a coffee cup. Hot chocolate cup. Your world, guys. Your world. Do what you want to do. So, I'm going to grab Mini Me. Mini Me is a small shader brush. One of the best things you've learned from me is using the white paint to map first. You are amazing. Thank you so much, Bonnie. Kelly wants ice cream. Oh, yeah. I just ran out of ice cream, so I just jinxed myself. So I'm taking this white paint, my smaller brush. I'm going to put my handle in. Okay, so we're going to put our handle in. Right? And just make sure your handle matches your cup size, right? If you picture a coffee cup, you know, you want to make sure your handle matches the size of your coffee cup. Now, we're going to do an extra layer on this. So you don't have to worry about making it white if it's blending into your blue, which mine is doing right now, which is fine. Because like I said, we are just putting in our shape. So you want your handle to match the size of your cup. So your handle should be somewhat in the middle, and then you should only have like a little piece top and bottom for your handle. Me too, I'm lactose intolerant too, Sue, but you know what? Breyers makes a lactose-free ice cream. Don't get the dairy-free unless you like almond milk, because the dairy-free one of Breyers was bleh, bleh. I didn't like it. Nah, not at all. because it just tasted like frozen almond milk, nasty overtaste thingy. I don't know. But they make a vanilla and a chocolate lactose free. Delicious. And Lactaid makes ice cream. And Cool Whip does not have any dairy in it. So there you go. I hooked you up, Sue. Now you can have your ice cream and your whipped cream. Cool Whip doesn't have any dairy in it. And Breyers makes vanilla and chocolate. Yeah, there's always different levels of that lactose thing. There's always different levels. A large milkshake is a no-no. So you guys want to hear about a tidbit of my personality, right? So I turn around and I was trying those Lactaid pills. You know, those ones that are supposed to, so you take the pill and you can eat dairy. So what do? I take like 6 of those pills. 6. I'm showing you a 5. And eat a whole hot fudge sundae. Not good for the tum-tum. It was like a nuclear explosion was going on in there. So, word of advice. More is not always better. That's for sure. More is definitely not always better. So you have to spread out your treats. Yeah, well, that's a good idea anyway. You know, get those treats in, but spread it out. All right, nice, clean, big boy, white paint. And we're going to put in our swirls. So make sure you leave room for your friends. So we're going to start at the top where our little poof is. And we're going to come out and we're going to bend up. Whoop, just like that. And, you know, I started, and then where this piece is in here, you can just smooth it out. Right? White paint. Same on the other side. You know, you kind of want to map up the area. So, I'm going to come out. I'm going to dip down. I'm going to turn the brush. See how I'm turning the brush? Turn it again. Right? Get all these fun little thick pieces, thin pieces. And then where it hits this, just smooth that out. Just smooth that out. Alright, so there's 3 on each side. Right? I'm going to come out here at the top again. Come out. Swoop. There's the other one. There's the other one. And like I said, where it joins your whipped cream, just smooth that out. On this side, swoop, there it is. Swoop, there it is. And I'm just going to smooth it out. There we go. And more paint. Nice and thin and flat. I make it look so easy. Because it's not hard. It's not hard. You guys can do this. I would never ever show you something that I don't think you can do. So I'm holding my brush back here. Thin amount of paint. I'm coming out of my steam. And I'm just having fun. Holding my brush this way. Holding it this way. Just seeing what happens. Right now I'm just pulling it flat. See? And it gives me a nice thick line. So you guys can turn around and just try moving your brush. That's all. And I'm going to come out from over here. Shoop. There we go. That's all. Now I'm going to grab more white paint and I'm going to get this to be more white. Right, because my blue was mixing in there a little bit. So let's get this to be a nice white color. Plus, get rid of any of that globs you might have had from the steam coming out. And I'm going to do white paint on my cup again, pulling nice and thin. Filling in my cup again so it's nice and white. Shoop. Pull it through. Alright, getting this nice and white. So when I put my color on it, it's going to pop. And see this? See, look. See, I have a glob right there. You see that ridge right there, that glob? If you get those, this is how you fix it. You take your finger and you push into your object with it. Like that. See? Now the glob's on my finger. And then you can go back in with no paint on your brush and re-smooth that out. So if you get a globby spot because you had too much paint on your brush, just take your finger, push it back in, and then smooth it out. That's all you need to do if you wind up with one of those glob ridges. A glob ridge, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, mini me brush. I'm going to fill my handle in. So you guys can do this. We're just playing with white paint. This is nothing you guys can't handle. Nothing you guys can't handle. You can totally do this. You can totally do this. 6,000%. You guys got this. There we go. Filling in my handle, and now when I put the color on, it's gonna pop. There we go. Good to know, because you do that a lot. That's right. So do I. So does everybody. That's what happens. Sometimes you just have too much paint on your brush, so you put it on your finger instead. Okay, so once you have that, let's give a chance for everybody to ketchup, mustard, and Kelly's here. So ketchup, mustard, who wants a hamburger? Who wants a hamburger? Kelly does, with some ice cream. Oh yeah, so Kelly's here, Gloria and Sheila, Tina B, Renee, Ines, Bonnie, Sue, Joyce, Carolyn, and Lori. And if I missed you, say hello, hello, hello. Unless you want to be a creeper. If you want to be a creeper, that's fine too. That's fine too. So, alright, we're going to map out our little friends. And then the rest of this is going to be coloring. Coloring and fixing and details. So, we just have to put in our little friends. So, I'm going to grab my tiny brush. Close up. And we're going to do a close up. Right there. Right in this little money spot. Right there. So, white paint. Snowman first. Snowman's in the middle. Where's my middle? Here's my middle. Snowman's in the middle. Parentheses and a parentheses. Parentheses and a parentheses. Holding this like a pencil. Putting a little bit of paint on it. And parentheses. One snowman. Alright, grabbing more paint. We're going to come next to Mr. Snowman here. We're going to do an oval. Going to do an oval. And then on top of that oval, to the side, we're going to do a rounded triangle. Or a teardrop, whatever you want to call it. whatever you want to call it. Then we're going to do 2 ears. So if you want to make the polar bear a mouse, this is the time to do it. You would just add a tail. We're going to do a leg coming down this way. Grabbing more paint. We're going to do a circle here with a piece coming out. Like that. There's his little footses. His little footsies. You got to give him his thigh on the other side. And then his round little tail. Just like that, guys. You got a polar bear. Ain't he cute? Ain't he cute? Okay. Penguin's easy. Penguin is easy. So over here, and I want him leaning in a little bit, so I'm going to draw a line leaning in. Okay, I'm going to draw a line leaning in, and then I'm going to do my parentheses on either side. And yes, I'm filling in with my pointer brush, but if you notice, I'm pulling it nice and flat just to pull the paint with it. I'm not scrubbing or zigzag zooming or anything because I don't want to mess my brush up. Then at the top of that point, your circle. And you need your point for his nose. Doop, there it is. And you need the nose of the snowman. So very carefully from the center of his head. You're just going to pull a line down. Very, very little paint. Hold it like a pencil. Using a lot of control. If your nose isn't in the middle of his head, just make his head a little bit bigger. No worries. Okay. There's your 3 little friends. There is your 3 little friends. We're saying goodnight to our winter friends. You guys remember when we did the ice skating one and all our friends were playing? Right? That one was fun. We had the penguins and the polar bears, and they were building snowmen and sledding and snowball fights. That was a fun picture. There's a lot of friends in that picture, right? I was going like crazy fast. I was going crazy fast. Okay, so if I'm moving too slow for any of you guys, we got some new friends in the house, so new fan members, so I don't want to go too fast either. If I am moving too slow for you, you can easily start taking your tiny brush and we're going to put in where the heart is. And then if you're waiting on me, you can start putting the snow around where the heart is. So I'm going to take my tiny brush. I'm going to go right where my snowman is. I think something's off center because I'm sideways. Yes, my coffee cup is not center. That's all right. See, my tip is here and my snowman's over there. That's okay though. As long as your guys are doing down the center, you're good. So I'm going to turn around and take my tiny brush and take my tiny brush and we're going to turn around and we're going to do our heart in dots. Okay? So you're going to start where his nose is coming up and do dots at an angle. And leave space in between the dots to make them snowflakes. Bye, Kelly. Have a good night. Maybe see you in a minute. And then you're going to do dots going up the other way. At an angle. Then you're going to put a dot right here. Boop. And then you're going to find your center here, put a dot there. And then you're going to wrap around. Dot, dot, dot. Line this up, dot, dot, dot. Once you have those dots in, now you can make them snowflakes, which is just pluses and crosses. That's all it is. It's a plus sign with a cross in the middle. Hi, Ellen. How you doing, sweetheart? Welcome to the fam, sweetie. So it's just a plus sign with a cross in the middle. That's it. Let's see if I can draw one and hold the camera at the same time for you. Let me see if I can do it. Alright, there we go. Holding the camera. Gonna draw one. So, X plus. X plus. Okay? That's it. Excuse me. Something's tickling my throat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. You said, welcome to the fam, hon. Thank you for saying hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. It's Friday. Okay, that's it. So, you can fill these in. Now, don't put your hand where you're painting them, because you're going to smudge it. So now you just do these. You just fill these in. And like I said, if I'm going too slow, for some of you, you can start putting your snow, excuse me, all around this heart now. So if you're waiting on me, just start dotting snow. Just start dotting snow, okay? That's all you need to do. So we're going to fill these all in with pluses and crosses. I'm going to, see, putting my hand in everything I just painted, smudging it all over my canvas. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's try not to do that. So, then if you're waiting on me, now that this is in place, you can start adding your snow all around it. Alright? So, which is just dots. Doot, 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 doot. Okay? And with this small brush in my hand, I'm going to go to my white tree, and I'm going to do my top. I'm going to do my top on the white tree, and then just do a couple flicks outwards. See? That's how you do your tree, with a smaller brush. And then if you really want to get nutty, you could take that smaller brush and put in very defined wisps. 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 Okay? So I'm going to fix the top of my other tree. Over here. And like I said, if you really want to get into it, you can add more wisps, those things. Alright? So, now you guys have something to work on while you're waiting on me. And I'm going to clean off my small brush. swirl, tap, dab them. I'm going to take Tiny. I'm going to grab my blue paint. And I'm going to fix the top of the blue tree. So, fix the tops of your blue trees with the smaller brush. Okay, guys? You can just do a little wispy triangle. And like I said, if you want to get nutty, you can add more wisps into your tree. I'm going to take Mini-Me with my white paint. And I'm going to color in my snowman. Right? So, you always want to use a shader brush when you're coloring. Color in my snowman here. Okay, I'm going to color in the body of my polar bear. And I'm going to add my feet to my penguin because I forgot his feet. So I'm going to add his foot on there. I got a George foot. It's a big old foot. And we'll add the foot on the other side. We got some George feet going on here. When we do something, what does the shader brush look like? So it looks just like Big Boy, who is a 1-inch flat. He looks just like Big Boy, except he's small. So he's square. See his square? That is a shader brush. So you don't kill your tiny round brushes that you want to save for your details. That's okay. No worries. I got you. I'll answer any questions you guys want. Okay? And I got all sorts of smudges in here. That's okay. Alright, so next thing we want to do is we're going to take Big Boy, swirl, tap, dab him, get all the white out of him. Get all the white out of him. And I'm going to grab just my blue paint. And in this bottom piece, right here, I'm going to make this darker. So I'm using the edge of the brush and I'm following along and I'm trying to stay in my lines. And we're going to make this section darker. Okay, and then the same. Big Boy is a 1-inch flat. There he is. There he is. That's the bigger boy. We like him. We like him a lot. He's a cool brush. He does lots of things for us. He's a very hard worker. And if anybody is interested, I've used, since there's new people, I'll do a little commercial. I've used the same brushes for every single paint party the past year and a half. All my tutorials on YouTube, all of my replays on my page. It is always the same brushes. And I sell the brush sets. So, in the brush set, you get Big Boy, you get Mini-Me, you get Tiny, you get Mr. Nifties, which are these guys, and you get the 3 fluffy brushes, and they're the only brushes I have ever used for any of my tutorials. I just bought from Bonnie, I just bought from her the brushes. She always uses and loves them. Very reasonable price. Bonnie, I'm telling you, great minds, Bonnie, great minds. Think alike. That was perfect timing. I was doing my little commercial. Thank you, sweetheart. All right, I'm swirl, tap, dabbing Big Boy. I'm going to pick the color of my cup. Mine's red. I don't know what color you want your cup, but mine's red. Hi, Debbie Joy. You came on late and really don't understand the painting. That's okay. My replays are available for you, so you could start from the beginning. Welcome to the fam, hun. And I'm going to show you what we're working towards. because we're just doing pieces of what we're working towards. So there's what we're working on. Those are all the pieces we have in place right now. And this is what we're working towards. So we have our trees. We have our friends. We have our heart. We have our cup, which we're going to color in next. And we have the steam swirls, which we just darkened one section. So that is what we're doing. Kind of hard to know what's going on when you don't know where you're going. It's all good. So it's kind of hard to know what's going on when you don't know where we're going, right? Right? You should always know where you're going when you take any adventure. For the most part, I mean, sometimes doing an adventure just on the fly is fun, but you want to make sure you know how to get back or get to somewhere. I always say I'm not lost. The only time I say that I'm lost is if the street signs change languages. So if the street signs start being in French, I know I went too far north. You're welcome. If the street signs start saying Spanish, I know I went too far south. Alright, big boy, red paint. You can color in your mug any way you want to. So you want to make sure you have this arch in here, which you might have lost before from doing your whipped cream. For Tina B, it's whipped cream because, and now I'm just pulling it through. Tina B, it's whipped cream. Anybody else, it could be marshmallow. Whatever you guys want it to be. Your creation. Your painting. And layer one. So to get bold, bright colors with acrylic paint, a lot of layers. A lot of layers. You need a lot of layers. So layer one. There we go. Unless you're doing like a pastel color, if there's white in your color, less layers. Okay, and I'm going to grab Mini-Me. I'm going to grab Mini-Me and paint in my handle. There we go. So we're going to paint in the handle now. Zigzag zoom it. Do a little zigzag zooming. Okay. And this cup's simple. There's no shading or anything in it. We just wanted it to be simple and bold and bright. So we're not worrying about doing any darker spots or lighter spots. I mean, if you want to practice, it's a good time to practice that. But you don't like whipped cream either? That's it. We're done. We can't be friends anymore. Blick acrylic paint, Ellen. Blick acrylic. Student body, blick acrylic paint. Same paint every party too. Okay, so speaking of shading though, we're going to have to do some in other areas of this painting. So I am going to grab Mini-Me. I'm going to swirl, tap, dab. You'll miss me? That's right, you will miss me. Dickblick.com. Dickblick.com. Where? Oh, Tina M's not on tonight. Tina M ordered through dickblick.com. If anybody could share that link. dickblick.com. Okay, speaking of shading, I'm going to take my black and my white. I'll make myself like a gray color. A light gray. Nothing crazy. And I'm going to come up in here and I'm going to paint my polar bear close up. His body is going to be gray. So you can see his little legs and tail So his body's gray, a light gray. And then I'm going to wipe off my brush, grab my white, and now put in his pieces. So what's going to happen is you're going to wind up picking up some of that gray on your brush. And then this, I'm getting a George foot because I keep messing with it. So I'm grabbing white paint, but it's going to wind up picking up some of this gray I just put on here. And then this way he kind of is the same tone. And you just want to fill him in. Just fill him in. Just like that. Whoop, drop my brush. Fumble! Fumble! Alright, fill in our snowman one more time. I'm kicking stuff, dropping stuff. I did have to painstakingly layer color on all those tulips. Yes, yes you did. Yes you did. That was it came out good though. It was worth it. And I'm gonna repaint the penguin head here. Alright. Now, in that darker piece you made, you're just going to fill it with snow. You're just going to fill it with snow, like we did around the heart. So, you just want to put some of the crosses and X's. And then your dots. Crosses and X's. And your dots. Okay, guys? So, I'm going to leave you on the polar bear shot. And like I said, you guys can fill in your snow if you got that accomplished. You know, don't play with polar bear too much. You'll get, we call anything we make too big, we call George. So you might wind up with a George bear. And we have literally 3 steps left. 3 steps left, guys. That's right. Little roll call time, little ketchup mustard time. We got Kelly, Gloria, Sheila, Tina B, Renee, Ines, Bonnie, Sue, Joyce, Carolyn, Lori, Ellen, Debbie, all joining us tonight. Hello, 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 everybody. When I try to paint, I'm trying to make my lines, curves, and strokes perfect with the brush. I think you need to stop. Yes, you need to stop doing that immediately, Ellen. Immediately. That will come in time. Ask Tina B. So, the only thing you're setting yourself up for is frustration. That's right. Have some fun, because that's the go-to motto here. Have fun and go create, because you want to keep it loose. You want to keep it fun. You want to keep it light. This is something for you guys to enjoy, not be bogged down with the tedium of making everything perfect. So, and the great part is if you screw up, you can always just paint over it. You can just paint right over it. Thank you, sweetheart. So, I'm going to show you what's coming up, and then we're going to do our last 3 steps. So, Tub Time Friends is coming up. The How To Tuesday is going to be bubbles. Mermaids is coming up. The How To Tuesday, oops, it's upside down. The How To Tuesday is going to be coral reef. And we're going to have a nosy gnome Easter. And our How To Tuesday before Easter is going to be how to paint sides. But we're going to do our little marshmallow friends, Tina B. You like the mermaids, Bonnie? You want to talk about small little details and doing lots of layers? That's our mermaids. Alright, Swirl Tap Dab Mini Me. We're going to put shading in our whipped cream. Yes! So, I'm going to take that gray that I had before. And I'm going to come over here. And where it's laying on top of itself is where you want to put the darker gray. So, it's laying there. And it's laying on this piece right there. I'm going to wipe off my brush. I'm going to do a little zigzag zoom action to soften it. I'm going to grab some white paint and soften it all together. So you could fix your little curve line if you need to. Okay, so when you grab your white paint, you go down here and then you move into where you put the gray paint. Okay. Next piece, gray paint. This is laying on top of that, so I'm going to go underneath it. Swoop. Same on this side. Swoop. Zigzag zoom. Zigzag zoom. Grab some white paint. Go on the bottom here, right? Put that shape in better. The bottom here, put that shape in better. Right there. Wipe off my brush a little bit and then just zigzag zoom all this so it blends together. Blends together. You guys can do blending. You can do it. I know you can do it. You guys can do this. Got a ridge. Oh, your phone locked up, Bonnie. Alright, gray paint. And come in here. And put it in underneath that top piece. Grab the white. Zigzag zoom. Zigzag zoom. Zigzag zoom. And now grab my white and make this nice and pretty, right? Fix this line right here. And there you go. There's your layers on your whipped cream. Now we're going to do the details of our friends. Ketchup, mustard a little bit there, guys. Work on your, if you have any questions, this is your time. This is your time to ask me anything that you might want to know or need to know. Also, How To Tuesday. How To Tuesday, same time, same channel, Tuesday evenings. I instruct how to do a certain thing. If you have any questions about painting, that is the time to ask me. It is a tutorial completely for you to learn and to practice. So that's why we do How To Tuesdays. So this way, the things I'm showing you on Friday, you've already practiced, so you can do them. All right, details. I'm going to grab Mr. Nifty. Mr. Nifty is a brush that I send out for free, whoever sends me support. Just to let you know. So if you send me support, make sure I get your address. How do you keep painting your tray from drying up as you paint? Number one, use a small amount of paint every single time. So, this way, you don't have a big glob of paint and it's drying as you're painting. If you're slow at painting, pour your paint in increments. So this way, you're only using a little bit of your paint at a time, and then as you pour it fresh, it'll be nice and wet for you. I believe I do, Bonnie. I do believe I do. I can send you out more Mr. Nifties. I think I sent you Mr. Nifties. So that is my suggestion for that. Also, you could always add a little bit of water to your paint. Another thing is if it dries up and you get the film across the top, you want to push that film to the side. And underneath will be wet paint. Don't push the film into your paint. Push it over, and then underneath, you're going to have your wet paint. All right, our details. Okay, so Mr. Penguin has a heart on his head. Black paint, guys. You got the ones with the set you bought. Yes, so Mr. Nifties are in the set too. And I think I sent you more. I'm not sure. Alright, I'm going to put a little pointy tail on him. Oh, that's a good suggestion too, Sue. You can use a spray bottle and spritz your paint. I like that word, spritz. Spritz your paint as you're working on it. I lost my painting to look at, to show you guys how to do the details. Alright, so our polar bear, round little nose, two little eyeballs, boop, boop. Two little eyeballs in our penguin, boop, boop. Okay, I'm going to grab some white with my black. And I'm going to put the hat on Mr. Snowman, a curve. And he's got one of those hats with the flaps. So there's a flap going out this way. And a flap going out that way. Two little eyeballs for him. Boop, boop. Clean off Mr. Nifty. Grab some red and yellow for orange. Oh, I don't have any yellow. I knew I needed yellow for something. Can never have too many nifters. That's right. All right, so you guys want to make this orange. I didn't grab any yellow tonight, so I'm just gonna make it red. But you want a yellow and red, make orange. Okay, so you want to fill these guys in all orange. I knew I needed yellow for something. And if you're buying paint, every single one of my videos is just is always the same colors. Always. I show you how to mix the other colors. So it's always blue, red, yellow, white, and black. So if you're buying yourself some paint, you just have to worry about getting those colors. If you want to get yourself some brown, because that's a trick you want to mix, that's all you need to worry about. That's every single video, always those colors. That was it. Alright guys, we're on our last step. What? we're about to say goodnight, my fam. So the very last thing that I did is I took Mr. Nifty. And I added some round little highlights to my whipped cream. Yeah, if you don't want to mix brown, I show you how to do it, but it is tricky. You might want to buy some brown. But definitely red, yellow, blue, white, and black. See? So I added these things. That's all we got left, guys. And our Friday night paint party is done. Alright, so Mr. Mini-Me in here. Sounds good, Bonnie. And I just put those little oval highlights in with on the pieces that are fluffy. Just like little beans. Little beans here and there. Maybe the light is hitting it and making a little shine on it. Also, if you messed up your shading, that's okay, because this will make it pop. You need easy with anything you try to do. I got you, girl. You are fine. And that is Goodnight Winter Friends. So we have to say goodnight to our little winter friends. And we're going to start with our springtime friends. And like our friends in the tub. Right? Our bunnies and our duckies and our piggies and all of that good stuff. So saying, I'm actually kind of sad. Good night, Mr. Polar Bear and Penguin and Snowman, and we're going to see you next winter. You're welcome, Ellen. You're welcome, Gloria. Everybody, you guys are welcome. You're welcome, Bonnie. Good night, sweetheart. Enjoy your celebration. Good night, Renee. Share, 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 guys. Sharing is caring. Stars is enabled. Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. Facebook, message me if you ever have any questions or you want a brush set. Happy weekend, everybody. Nice, Sheila. Night, Tina B. Excellent, Renee. If you have any questions, message me. Anybody doing the replays, thank you so much, guys, for joining me tonight. I hope you had fun. Share your creations on the event page. So if you go on the event page, you're going to see in the discussion, you're going to see a post. It says share your creations here. You hit comment, picture, put your picture up in that area. So it's easy for me to find because I love looking at all of your projects. 6,000%. I love it. I like it a lot. So with that, thanks all for joining me. I hope you had a good time and you all warm my heart. Have fun and go create. Okay? Night, everybody.